Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Angler Call of the Wild Console Edition. In today's episode I'm going to be showing you a little clip of my diamond lake trout I caught just recently. I caught this guy over by the Blackfoot Basin Trailhead, which you'll see there on the map. And that marker is my hotspot for lake trout, and then the other marker is the spot where I actually caught the diamond. The main Diamond Peak outpost is just over here, so if you're new to the game, you'll want to head down to the Blackfoot Basin and take a boat on out to this little bend in the river, and that's where you'll find a very good lake trout hotspot I've been using for the past couple of days. This first clip that I'm showing is actually a gold. He's not the diamond yet, but I just wanted to prove my point that this is a pretty good hotspot if you're going after lake trout or diamond lake trout, just whatever your lake trout needs are. This is the spot to do it at. And almost got this guy in here. We are using some of the higher end tackle, so if you are brand new to the game, I would recommend you wait a little bit before coming over here and trying to catch one of these big lake trout, because they are quite large and they are pretty good fighters. You'll see that guy ended up being a gold. And also, you'll have to excuse my discrepancy there. I had it on the metric system, but I eventually got that switched over. I just hadn't those first couple of days I was playing the game, but it's switched over now, so don't worry about that. But here, this is the clip where I hook the diamond lake trout. Looks like he is on right there. There you go. You'll see he's a pretty good fighter, considering that this is some of the higher end gear that you can get in the game, and he's still, you know, fighting pretty good. I think it took me nearly 5 minutes to actually reel him in. It was a close to 5-minute fight, so definitely can be difficult even with some of the higher end gear. As for tackle that I used to catch this guy, I actually caught him on a 2/0 jig head with a worm, and I've kind of experimented with tackle for lake trout. I found that the best thing to use is if you kind of alternate between a 2/0 spinner and a 2/0 jig head with a worm on it. I also tried a crankbait like sizes 1 to the 2/0, and I found that the jig head and the spinner still get lake trout more consistently than the crankbait did. However, you can still use it if that's all you have. But if you want to catch them, you know, more often, I'd recommend using those other two. So we almost got this guy up to the surface. There you get your first look at him. He's quite a monster fish, which bodes well for us, because at this point I was pretty sure he was a diamond. He was fighting really hard, so I was excited to catch this guy. As I had mentioned, this is my first diamond lake trout, and it's actually only my third diamond in the game, since, you know, console edition has only been out for a couple of days now, so it was quite exciting to catch this guy. And I think these are the biggest fish species on the Golden Ridge Reserve, besides the legendary fish, obviously. But as for just fish species, I think that the lake trout are as big as they get for this map. So to get a diamond of this guy so early off was quite exciting. And they do have the last stand trait, so once you get them up to the boat, it's almost the hardest part of the fight, because they'll start fighting really hard trying to get off the hook. So if you're not careful, they can snap your line, because they'll start pulling really hard. Luckily, though, our tackle is able to withstand this guy, and we should get him hooked up here in just a second, and you can truly see how large this guy is. He may look big in the water, but you'll see how big he really is once we get him out of here. And we were able to secure the catch there, and there you go. That is our diamond lake trout at 38.82 pounds, 4.33 feet long, and a score of 17,388 if that matters. But the fight took 4 minutes and 43 seconds, so yeah, there's a picture of our new monster lake trout. He is definitely a welcomed addition to our collection. Anyway, I hope everybody did enjoy the video, and I hope there are more videos to come. I definitely do enjoy the game, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.